Hey everybody, this is Slick Phoenix here, wanting to talk about the next event that's coming up. We're in the middle of maintenance right now. So it is the Union Raid, the Crucible of Combat versus Demon Pride. So Pride was our very first one, and when we got it, it was seemed like it was a test run from the developers, and we didn't have any Lilum, Eidolon, or any SSR weapon or anything. It just gave us enhanced materials and grails and stuff like that, a lot of it. So it's kind of exciting to come back to this and actually have rewards now. And I'll get to the rewards a little bit, but the SSR weapon from this is going to be the same light cane we got from the Phantom event. So if you've already went through that, it'll be a dupe for you, and it'll be another SSR to fill out on your light grid. So I will post a link up here from the Japanese Wiki to the event on my post, on my video. So here we go. For those of you who aren't aware, when you do a Union event, there's going to be a special place you go to access the Union event, and you're going to have two options. There's going to be Lilum battles and, demon battles. And the Lilum battles, and right here we talk about the Lilums, and here is what they do, their health, their orb count. Now, the big thing about Pride was that they do attack up as they're raging overdrive, and when we first did this, my count was still fairly weak. I only had like 3 dark girls and wasn't very powerful with it, but this attack up seemed pretty strong at the time. We'll see how we fare this time around, so just beware that you may need to watch out for it or take some special measures against it, depending on how far along you are, how powerful you are, etc., etc. So usually it's better if you can do the experts, if you can solo those. It usually gives you better rewards on average for getting these grails, and the grails are then used by your Union leaders to get buffs for the entire Union, and there's a little plus mark here that tells you the 8 buffs that are possible. One of them is attack power increase, burst damage increase, dual attack rate increase, triple attack rate increase, HP increase, healing increase, resistance to affliction rate increase, and then a boss's affliction resistance down. So those are the 8 that you and your unions can decide against or around and figure out how you want to do it. You can only use 400 of those grails a day, and you can put 100 maximum points into each of the buffs. So you could max out only 4 buffs, or you could go halfway on all 8 buffs. Do what you like. My Union, we typically do the attack power up, the dual attack up, the HP up, and the healing up. Those are the ones that we usually do, but you guys gotta find your own little niche and way that you like to work in. Alright, so the demons, when you go into the demons side of things, there's only going to be 3 experts and 3 ultimates available at a time, and only your Union can attack those. And every time you defeat one, a new higher level one pops up. So there's always 3, and they're constantly going higher and higher in level until the end of the day, until the server reset time, which is midnight server time. And then they start over at level 1, and then you have to reapply buffs, etc., etc. So your Union needs to be farming 400 grails a day to be able to get all the buffs. Alright. So this boss, Demon Pride, gives you, well, non-rage, overall attack, and a self-defense buff. So when she's not raging, it's going to be harder to hit her as things go along because she's going to have that defense buff. So either way, you're going to want to have Chaos Magic or a Kami that has something like Chaos Magic that can remove that buff. And then the Raging one, this one is the one you particularly don't want. I mean, just the Expert just brings up data, and that's what it mentions here. I'm trying to remember exactly everything that she had, and I think it was the ultimate that we had more trouble with that had the attack power rise, yeah. And then the Raging one wasn't as bad, so you certainly don't want her in non-rage on the ultimate side, because then she increases that attack power. Information about how they act and how to counter them, things to do. So you'll notice, let me check this. Right here you get first reprint. This is what we're on. So you'll want to see this is your list of all the rewards from the trees here, but they don't have the total at the end, so I don't have that. Not like at the end of this one where they add it all up. So this is not actually what we get. Ours is the table up, and I don't see anything here. So here's our rewards. This one right here is not part of our rewards. That comes in the next reprint. But this one, here's that staff that we got before. We'll get again. This will be a new Lilum for us. She's going to be just like all the other Lilums. You know, overall pretty weak, 1800, 1900 total power. But now she's going to be buffing light, much like the darks. Well, much like every element. Now, weapons. What do we have? This one's got HP, so this little SR gun is not going to be that great. But this axe here, this one is attack attribute, and that's going to be pretty good. 1830 attack. So if you need something on your light grid, you'll want to keep this one. If you don't have a gun yet to be able to use D'Artagnan or any of her lower souls, then you might want to keep this gun around until you get something better so that you can at least use her. And rankings are not here yet. So that's the event, and when it starts I'm going to make a video kind of showing how to navigate through those for the newer players who have never gone through a Union raid before. So, pretty straightforward. This demon boss, she doesn't have a whole lot of crazy tricks like the water one did and some of the others. You know, she's just going to be straight up hard hitting with her attack up, and then the expert with its defense up is going to be a little bit annoying, but also the dual attack, triple attack up, she'll be hitting you more often. So just things you'll have to be careful of. Chaos Magic is a good one to bring to this battle. One of the things that, like I said before, my Union likes to use the healing buff. What that does is when you have it maxed, then and Andromeda, I'm spacing on names here for a second. It's getting late here, so got a lot of stuff to do. Andromeda will heal for 4,000 to your whole team. So that, one of the reasons my Union likes that so much is we can just throw healers on and just heal back a lot of the damage dealt, and that helps us get to higher levels. Some people just want to, damage through it. That helps them. We've just found that we really like to heal, and that healing gets us pretty far. Now, if you have Soul as well, if you even want to use Soul in your light team, she's going to heal for 3,000 something. That would be nice as well. If you have Osiris, for your dark team, since you're gonna want the strong against this will be dark. The other problem to think about is if you're going to go off element and not do dark, light has a slight strength to every element except for dark when you are the player, so you're going to be taking a little bit extra damage doing any other element. So, having an extra healer on there could be good if you have the healing buff. For dark, if you have Osiris, her healing could be boosted if you use that healing buff. As far as Kami that are coming out on this event, we're going to have Pluto, which is the Lego SSR. I don't know too much about her yet. I've looked a little bit into her, but I don't have any notes prepared for you guys at this time. So that's what's going on with Pride. It's going to be pretty straightforward. Again, I'm going to share this link with you guys in my video. Well, until next time, have fun, and I'll see you out in the battlefield. Take care, guys.